Justin Timberlake singing folk music. I really didn't think I'd ever see that day. Inside Llewyn Davis is directed by the Coen Brothers and stars Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan, Justin Timberlake, and John Goodman. This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Sorry, that got in my head all of a sudden. This is a story of a man named Llewyn Davis. Now, he's a folk singer in the 60s, and he's kind of navigating the music scene of that time, trying to figure out a way to make a living doing what he loves, which is folk music. And we follow him for a week of his life, and in this week, we see him go through various different hardships and trials and tribulations as he tries to figure out a way to survive. Now, I'm a big fan of the Coen Brothers. I like quite a bit of their films. They have such a terrific way of writing and, of course, directing. Their films look great. Roger Deakins is my favorite cinematographer. They use him quite often. Unfortunately, he was unavailable for this movie, so the cinematography isn't quite up to par with most of their other films, even though it's still very good. Nevertheless, this is a very good movie, a very well-written movie, a very sharply funny movie. It's the kind of movie that really surprises you with its humor. You'll be watching a scene that you think is so beautiful and poignant, and it's supposed to be like this very heartwarming scene, and then it just hits you with this extremely dark humor that very much so surprised me quite often in this movie. It's extremely funny, but it's also got a very sweet, dramatic tone to it where you really start to care for this guy, Llewyn Davis, to the point where you just want to see this guy find some little shred of something that he can survive on, because he is constantly crapped upon on this movie. Like, everything goes wrong for him. He can't seem to catch a break anywhere, and Oscar Isaac is so good here. This is one of my favorite things about going to the movies. When you see an actor or an actress who you've seen in the past and you've liked him or her in other things, but then you see that one role where you're just like, wow, this is a serious talent. And this guy is great in this movie. He delivers the comedic lines perfectly. I mean, he's got just the right tone. He captures just the right essence that his character should. But he also is so terrific with the singing and the guitar playing. That was something that really took me by surprise. But he's actually very talented. And that's saying something for me, because I'm 100% not a folk music fan. I will never just kick back and listen to folk music. But he did such a good job with these songs. They're all very storytelling songs, you know, where a story is told from beginning to end. And I like songs like that, but as I said, I'm not really a big fan of folk music, but the way he sang it, the way he played it, and the way the songs were written really made it something that I didn't mind listening to. And that could be something for some viewers, because there's quite a bit of it in this movie, you know, but it's not like that folk music that you can't quite stand. Because look, I know that there are fans of that type of genre out there. I'm not one of them. But the actors do such a good job of making those scenes where they do have to sing entertaining. And the way the Coen Brothers directed this movie, it all just feels so smooth and laid back. In fact, that's all I've ever heard about the Coen Brothers sets, is that they're so laid back and relaxed, and that no one ever feels stressed when they make their films. And you just feel as if you are watching two guys who are so amazingly relaxed and well prepared. And who is a staple of Coen Brothers movies, John Goodman. He shows up and you're like, okay, that's John Goodman. Awesome. Love that guy. He's funny. He's a good actor. And then every line out of his mouth is just pure gold. This isn't my favorite Coen Brothers movie, though. It's an extremely somber film. You can actually watch the film and start to feel kind of bad for a while, because it's just beat down after beat down after beat down, and you just start to feel like, I can't take watching this guy get constantly pummeled emotionally in life anymore. But then there's also a very harsh realism to that, because I don't have personal experience being a musician who can't seem to get work, but I do know what it's like to be involved in art and want that art to be out there for people to enjoy, but not quite be able to do it, or not quite be able to get to that point where I can actually have people experience it and enjoy it. And so in that way, I really related to this character. Now, typically the Coen Brothers movies have very strange endings, unconventional endings. I won't spoil it, I won't say anything, I won't even hint at anything. All I'll say is that it's a thinker. You know, when I left the theater, not quite sure how to feel about it, but this is definitely the kind of film that requires multiple viewings to enjoy, and a lot of their films are like that. It is a very good film that should be seen by anyone who loves movies. I'm gonna give it a B+. So guys, what is your favorite Coen Brothers movie? Mine kind of always is switching between The Big Lebowski and No Country for Old Men. She kidnapped herself, man! New shit has come to light! Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and as always, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.